What's up, you guys? Welcome back to PlusGirlSlay, the YouTube channel. My name is Talia, and this formal, I don't even know what to say, formal intro is for my first installment of my paralegal series, which drops today. I am so excited to be here with you guys, to sup with you guys, and give you guys a little bit of insight on the paralegal field, paralegal studies, as far as school is concerned. So I'm starting off with a mukbang. So I am preparing the food to do a mukbang with you guys, and I'm going to show you guys what I'll be eating today, and then we'll sit and talk about the time that I was racially profiled in school. Yes, girl, the paralegal field is and I've experienced it in school firsthand. So I'm going to tell you guys all about that while we sup and have us a good veggie meal. Let me show you guys what I'm cooking up. So I have me a good old-fashioned Oriental stir fry. This comes from Walmart. My mom used to make this often when we were coming up. And this has snap peas in it, carrots, broccoli, the baby corns, mushrooms. It's really good, really easy. And I made the whole bag because I'm going to actually meal prep with the rest of it for the rest of the week. And then we have our Gardein chicken patties. And if you know anything about Gardein, you know they are meatless. What we'll be having along with a nice big cup of water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you guys on the kitchen table some kind of way, and then we're gonna talk and chat and get this thing popping. Okay, so let me show you guys how the food came out. So good. This is vegan. I know it's vegetarian, but I guess it's vegan because these meatless patties are vegan, which means they're dairy free as well. So good. And I just got me a good old-fashioned cup of water. I have my Kindle because I was actually watching You on Netflix while I was cooking. So yes, let's get into it, honey. Oh yes, nails come through. Ew. But yes, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, so let's get this mukbang started. So this happened to me. Ooh. Spring semester last year, 2018. It was my last semester of the AS program, and I was taking criminal litigation 2, and it was a small class. A lot of our classes are small class for the paralegal program. And it was our first, it wasn't the first day of class, but it was in January. Now, the classmates, there's not a lot of black people in my program. I've talked about that on the vlogs. And so the black people that I do know, and that I'm actively talked to, we've done study groups and things like that, actually was in the class with me. They were actually in the class with me. So they were also of black descent as well. And there was a woman in the class, not of black descent. Now, we talked with each other outside of class, like in the hallway. We talked because we had these girls had criminal litigation 1 with each other. We knew each other. We sat next to each other. We chatted with each other. We laughed and made little jokes and stuff with each other, but we didn't think anything of it. We didn't include anybody. We were very interactive in class and things like that, but again, it was only January, like it was the first couple classes. So y'all, this white lady, you know what? Let me get my phone because I can show you guys the, hold on. So for the sake of this story, we're going to say my name, friend A, friend B, and we're going to call the perpetrator Betty. So on this day in particular, it was a regular day. We were all talking outside of the classroom. Now at the 3rd floor of our building, there is some seating, like as soon as you get off the elevator, and that's where the majority of people go. And if you cut the corner, there are benches as well by the classroom, because all of us can't sit in the limited seating up there on that, just on that side. So that particular day, I got there early. Friend A got there early. Friend B didn't get there early. She never was early, but friend A got there early, and we were out there chatting, and we were actually, Betty was asking us like, how did our last semester go? It seemed all cordial and fine. So, and we had talked to Betty like previously. I've had Betty in other classes as well. So we get in class. Our professor gets there early as well. We get in class, and me and friend A, we cackling, talking. And then another girl that we talked to, we're going to call her friend C. Friend C comes in too. I need to back this up. Okay, so yeah, the class before this happened, friend C, A, B, and I, we were doing our whole thing. Now, at the end of class, we usually meet in the parking lot and talk for a little bit and catch up for a little bit and discuss things and stuff for a little bit. And I think that was the night that kind of triggered something for her. But mind you, after we get out of class, I never seen her like in the parking lot walking to her car. It was never, we were always cordial. We didn't even have that much interactions with her because again, it's the first couple weeks of class. So before the following class that it actually happened, all of us got an email from the campus provost. And if you don't know what the campus provost is, what that is like campus security. So let me see if I can find the email. Okay, so while I'm looking for this, we all get an email from the campus provost basically saying we need to talk to you guys. There has been, you've been accused of bullying another student. Another student is very concerned and is scared for her safety. And I'm like, what the hell? Mind you, class just started. So I'm like, what? Like, here it go. It happened on January 12th of last year, and we had just started school the week before, I think. So we all get this email, and the email says, now mind you, this was like, what the hell? So attached to the email is disciplinary procedure, student code of conduct. And it says, Miss Jackson, I'm investigating the allegation that you have violated the student code of conduct. Please see the attached. A violation can result in a range of disciplinary actions, including suspension or dismissal. It is therefore imperative that you meet with me to discuss these allegations as soon as possible. Please let me know when you'll be available to come to my office, which is located here on campus, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I'm sorry, Linda. Like, what the hell? Like, what? Like me? Like, I don't even talk to anybody. I only talk to like a couple girls. And we all have each other's number. So I text her. So I was like, you know, I'll just ask them in class. This is not really something, you know, that you text. So girl, my reply, I replied to him and I was like, I do apologize, but I think you may have the wrong student. I'm not sure who you're referring. I'm not sure what this is in regards to. I do work and I take my classes. You know, I go to class and go home. And he responded, when he was like, when will you be available to discuss this issue? And I said, is it possible for you to call me? My cell number is this. And so that following, mind you, the following week though, we were supposed to go to class. So we get to class. Well, I get to school early to talk to this man. I get to school early to talk to my advisor. And she said to me, she said, it's a girl that feels like you guys are leaving her out because you guys are the popular girls. And she felt very offended by it. And I was like, what? Like, we're the popular girls. We're the only black people in there. How are we popular? Let me tell y'all. So then I leave her. I'm like, this is some BS, whatever. He was like, talk to the campus provice. It's also been sent upward to the dean. And I'm like, I've never even met the damn dean, so this is gonna be her first impression of me. Great. And you know, they'll continue to investigate and figure out what to do after that. So I'm like, this is some bullshit. So leaving her office, I was like, let me go to the bathroom because I have to basically sit on campus for hours until that class starts. I see friend C in the bathroom, and I was like, oh my gosh, did you get that email from the provost about bullying? And she was in tears, you guys. She was in tears because it triggered something for her. She actually had a boyfriend that was bullied and actually committed suicide. So bullying is a big deal anyway, but it was especially big for her because of that trauma. She's in the bathroom. She was like, I was so upset. I called my parents up here. She did meet with the campus security person. But she was like, I called my parents up here because I was like, this is not me. This is no way. And she doesn't even talk as much as we do. And she was like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Like, what the heck? She tells me like, yeah, it was Betty. The campus provost told her like, Betty said that we've been bullying her and we've been bullying her since last semester. I was like, I had no classes with her last semester. So I'm like, this is some bullshit, right? Do you guys know that the only people that were bullying her were the only students of color in that classroom? The only group that was bullying her were the students of color. Let me tell y'all something. We get to class that night. So a couple hours pass. Class happens that night. Y'all, these Gardenias so good. And we've been sitting there. So of course we get in there early. The professor's in there early. Betty walks in. And friend C was like, I'm going to talk to the professor because I know we have group project. And I'm going to explain because of this allegation, I don't feel comfortable being in a group with her. Now me, I wasn't finna do none of that. I wanted to be in a group with her. Because being in a group forces you to work with people that you don't normally work with. And I wanted to see like, what's going on, girl? Why are you lying? So she waits for the professor to get in there. Friend A walks in there. So now it's me, friend A, friend C. All of which we have all been accused. We're the only people of color in that class. And we have all been accused of bullying her. The entire 2 weeks we've been in school. Oh, and according to her, last semester as well. Which we didn't have no class with her last semester, so I didn't have no class with her last semester, rather. So that was confusing to me. So she walks in, and friend C goes up to her, goes up to the professor and is like, hey, may I talk to you outside? She's outside, I guess, telling the professor, like, I know we have group projects. I cannot work with a group in her. These are the allegations. This is what's going on. And Betty flips her shit. Betty flips her shit. Betty is like, I need to talk to you too. The professor is like, whoa, wait a minute. One person at a time. And she's like, oh, you want to be talking smack? You want to be talking smack? I can talk smack too. So by that time, Francine is back in the room. She's like, what are you talking about? I just told him that I'm not comfortable being in the group with you. Because you know what's going on. You know, she didn't want to put all the girl business out there. But she's like, you know what's going on. I don't feel comfortable being in the group with you. Meanwhile, I ain't seen nothing. Betty over there talking about, oh, y'all got the right one. Y'all want to mess with me. Y'all got the right one. And I was like, who got the right one? I'm sitting, y'all, like, I'm like, girl, you is, And something told me, just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Something was like, be cool, be casual. Because the thing about being black and white spaces, you have to be cognizant of their feelings. And I knew my mouth, I already knew. This mouthpiece here. So Betty over there huffing and puffing, talking cash shit. And the teacher is like, stop. She then starts yelling and cursing at the teacher and telling him, you think you're gonna work in this town again? I'll get you fired. I was like, oh Lord. She was like, you think you're gonna work in this town again? I'll get you fired. We'll see if any of y'all work in this town. And in my head, I was like, girl, hell no. She gets so belligerent and so crazy. The teacher had to physically remove her out there. Physically remove her out of the damn classroom. Physically take her ass up out of there. So after being physically removed, he talks to all of us and he's like, well, what is going on? I was like, I didn't say 2 words to her today because I knew what was going on. I haven't talked to the provost yet. In that rant, she accused us of provoking her. Turning our car lights on as she walks by. Which, if I'm finna crank my car lights come on automatically. So, ain't nothing I can do about that. Talking about her. Like, all kind of, she flipped her shit. Y'all, I'm done eating. So, so she flipped her shit. So, I'm like, what in the hell? Friend C is over there in tears because she's like, I take this so serious. Like, I can't even believe she would do that. And it's just blatant lies. It's blatant lies. Y'all, tell me why. So then I write a thing and I was like, Satan was in the midst, period. He used her. I felt bad for her because he used her to get at us in a certain way. And I was like, this is so crazy. But let me tell you, when you listen to what God says, if God tells you to stop, just completely stop, because the investigation hadn't even gone on. They hadn't even like investigated everything, talked to everybody and all that good stuff. And she showed her ass and showed out. So then I emailed my professor, the dean, and the provost, and I said, let me tell you guys something. Any teacher that I've come across my dean, anybody can tell you that I'm respectable. I treat others how I want to be treated. I come in, I do my work, and I take my black ass home. I didn't say black ass, but I was like, I take myself home. This was we were racially targeted and racially profiled, and this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. She had to be physically removed from a class, yelling and screaming and cursing and being belligerent, but we're bullying her. Like, what the heck? So then everybody gets involved. Betty, the only repercussion Betty got was she was removed from the class. And that's all. That's all they did. They didn't write her up. She didn't get any disciplinary action. And then she went in there and said, that she lost her cool. They did investigate something. They found out that she was lying. They sent us the email. Well, I think I called him and he said there's nothing to worry about. Given everything that we found, plus on her own account, she admitted to lying, and the investigation has been closed. She was removed from the class. She didn't have that class with us. She wasn't removed from the program. There was no disciplinary action. She wasn't written up. She didn't have to abide by these same code of conduct that they emailed us, these same policy and procedure that they emailed us. None of that was placed on her because she was white. Now, the thing about it is, when he emailed me with the intention to blame when he attached all that stuff to that email, right? And not investigating, not doing anything, he didn't even give an example of what code of conduct, policy, and procedure that we had even done wrong, right? And y'all know what's so crazy is she did independent study for that class, which I don't know what that even equates to. I'm sure it wasn't as much work as we had to do. The following semester, I actually had class with her, and I was so furious. I was like, they allowed you to racially target black and brown girls, get away with that shit, and then they put us in the class. They put you back in this class with me. She's tried to talk to me. I refuse. I don't speak to her. But it just goes to show that you cannot expect racist people that don't mean you any good, people that are self-serving, to back you up at any point in time. Had we been found guilty, we would have been expelled, which means all of our hard work, especially me, all of my hard work. I've worked 2 jobs to pay that tuition. I have cut ties with in relationships with people to finish this thing. I have gone above and beyond to make sure that I finish this program and do what I set out to do. And I didn't even get I apologize. We didn't get a sorry that this happened to you. How can we start a conversation about how to make this better so that this doesn't happen again? We got none of that. We've got no empathy, no sympathy, and basically no damn resolve. It basically was like, well, the investigation is over. So I think that experience and my experience in my workplace already is a huge reason why it is so crazy to be in this field. And you have to go in it with a tough skin, and you have to go in it with, if you don't believe in God or you don't believe in Jesus, you have to go in it with a level head. You have to go in it with a level head, because you're going to be tried. Just like anything else, you will be tried. Okay? And it's not always, sometimes it's not even you. That lady targeted us because, and our dean, our guidance counselor, called us the popular girls. Everybody don't know us. Nobody knew our names. We weren't popular. We're not even involved in clubs. The only thing that made us popular was that we were active student, black and brown active students learning. That's what made us popular. That is what made us popular. Not that we knew everybody, not that everybody knew us or knew of our works or anything like that. The only thing that made us popular was the color of our skin and the fact that we spoke up and asked questions. That's it. I love speaking about things like this because let's see it from all sides. I love getting different people's perspectives. I am very disappointed in how the school handled it. I did voice that. Of course, I'm just a little black girl. I ain't gonna do nothing about that. But it taught me a valuable lesson in that when Satan tries to rob you, to put a blockage, sit quiet, seek God, and let him move. Okay? Jesus is our intercessor. Let him intercede on our behalf so he can clear it all up. Because just as soon as it started, Jesus stopped it. Just as soon as it started. She couldn't even contain it. She couldn't even wait till the investigation was over to blow up. Just as soon as it started, Jesus stopped it for me, on my behalf. He probably did for the other girls too, but I know my personal experience. As soon as it started, Jesus stopped it. So that is the end. I done ate all the food, honey. I need to drink up all the water. But I hadn't eaten until this point of time, but I am so excited for this series, you guys. I'm so pumped. I'm so ready. I have so much in store for you guys for this paralegal series. So many topics I want to discuss, and hopefully I can cram it in to this month. So if you are not subscribed, what you doing, sis? What you doing, bruh? What is you doing? Okay, hit that subscribe button. Be sure to like this video and share it with a friend so that a friend can share it with their friend. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, remember, do it bigger and better in true plus size fashion. Be blessed, be well, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.